What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling awesome today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, your donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And what I do are tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll discuss what phase she's in, what sign she's in, when she's going void, of course, just all those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be fantastic, Cancer. Now, let's get into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. Just good vibrations all around here, Cancer. Now, the moon is in a first quarter phase today, and this is a perfect time for kind of like pushing forward with any sort of like game plans. Now, you know, we spent this waxing crescent time getting ourselves together. Let's go ahead and push forward. And what perfect energy to couple it with, because now the moon is in Aries, and with the moon being in Aries, we're kind of motivated by a strong desire to start something new, and then you got the gumption to do it as well. And you might be feeling energetic, spontaneous, enthusiastic, just really just like abundant, that fire energy, you know, Cancer. And some activities that you might want to consider doing while working with this energy are taking on any just sort of challenges, you know, anything that you might seem daunting, you know, just this is a good thing for it. Beginning any kind of like short-term projects or anything that requires you to just kind of like assert yourself. You know, this is Aries is going to have that energy to back you up there, Cancer. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using the Everyday Witch deck. It's a Chariot Friends exclusive, and I included a link for this one and other decks that I like using down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But all that housekeeping out the way, let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to be just the general energy of the day. So, Higher Self, what is the general energy for Cancer today? Let's see what's going on with all this Aries energy out here. Nice. You got the Nine of Wands here. And with this, I like that this kind of popped up, because with the Nine of Wands, it's kind of like, for me, this is sort of like you're just kind of like gathering your energy right now. You know, you're getting into this. You've been kind of like working on this stuff. You know, we've been working through through whatever you've been planning maybe since this new moon cycle. You know, we may be doing some tweaks, you know, kind of like trial and error types of things. But now with the Nine of Wands coming up, you know, you've been working on this stuff, but now we're starting to get a groove here. You know, we're starting to get a rhythm. So it's like, this is kind of like my card of just kind of keep that pace going. You know, you're now that we're starting to you really kind of maybe get a better grip of what it is that we're trying to manifest during this cycle here. Just keep at it, Cancer. You know, if one thing isn't working, you know, don't consist down the path or don't continue down the path of resistance. You know, let's kind of switch it up a little bit. So I dig that. You know, it's very flexible energy here. So I feel like that's I feel like it's a very practical way, I feel like, to work with this energy right now, because this is going to be kind of hot and kind of really good motivational energy, but we don't want to be where we're kind of being reckless. You know, we want to be oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I had a better word than practical, but practical, Cancer. Let's keep it moving. I'm running out of sentences here. So, Higher Self, what do we feel? Oh, these next few cards are going to be kind of how we're feeling about this energy, Cancer. So, Higher Self, how are we feeling during this time? You know, we got all this energy here. You know, we've been trial and erring. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, well, look at that. We got the Hanged Man here. So yeah, maybe we have been doing some real trial and errors, and you know, maybe we're at this place where it's just like, we can't seem to catch a break right now. You know, maybe this just been kind of hiccup after hiccup, and now we're at this place where we need to just maybe kind of pause. Because the Nine of Wands too, not all the time, but this could also be like one of my kind of like recovery cards too. Because it's like maybe you've been trying this thing, you've been maybe going at it a little too hot, and it might be kind of like really time to pull back and kind of reanalyze this thing. But you know, looks like your higher self might have beat me to it, because that's what the Hangman is about. You know, it's about finding that new perspective. You know, if you find yourself like where you've been just like hitting your head against the wall, it's just like, you know, this is a good idea. Let's say if this is a project, for example, you know, it's a really good idea, but it's just like, how do I properly execute this thing so I can get the most out of it? That's what this Hangman situation is for. It's just kind of sit back and just sort of reevaluate. It's like maybe check out some ways that maybe some other people are doing this thing. Maybe you'll find some inspiration there. Maybe pitch some ideas to some people you know that you keep close in your soul tribe here. But you know, the thing is, if you do find yourself where it's just like constantly just like things are just backfiring, you know, don't keep putting yourself in that place. Sometimes it is nice to just sort of take a step back and just sort of like see what's happening here. You know, like this doesn't even make any kind of sense. So hopefully that makes sense, Cancer. Let's keep this moving here. So what else are we kind of feeling about this energy at this time? Let's see what other things are kind of going on here in Cancer's world, because that's frustrating, Cancer. I totally get it. Ah, okay. We got the Seven of Wands here. And so I feel like with this, maybe we have been getting opinions of other people, and maybe it's been met with a lot of criticism here, because that's what the Seven of Wands is for me. You know, it's like, you know, you've been working on this thing with this Nine of Wands energy, you know, kind of channeling this stuff. You know, you felt like this was a good idea. You know, you're ready to pitch this thing, and then people are like, just like you go to present your baby, and then people are meeting it with just like, no, you could do this, I'd do this differently, blah, blah, blah. You know, just kind of dissect this whole thing, and then you're just left with like a lack of confidence. But Cancer, when you get into this place, you know, it's one of those things. I feel like it's like how I say at the beginning of the videos. You take what resonates with you and leave the rest with them. If there's something that you see that like, okay, I hadn't thought about it from that way, you know, be realistic with this thing. You know, there's sometimes, you know, we don't want to be in this place where we're just like shutting out all criticisms, but we do want to make sure that we're not compromising ourselves too. It's like it's a tight rope to walk there. But I definitely feel like with this, you know, if we've been worried about maybe the opinions of others, and you know, maybe this could be too, Cancer. Maybe you're being overly critical just yourself. You know, this could be maybe you start this thing, and then you doubt it as soon as you put it out, or maybe you're thinking about putting this thing out, but before you get there, you're just like, oh well, maybe it won't be received well, maybe people won't like it, and then you just end up just kind of sitting on potentially gold there, Cancer. So you know, I will say, if this is kind of what's been plaguing you right now, just sort of keep that in mind. You know, there's gonna be those awesome wins, and then there are gonna be some flops every now and again. But you learn from those things. You know, that's once it's done, it's done. It's how you move forward that matters, Cancer. So let's go ahead and get into your next card here. Alrighty, hiya self. This is dope. We're moving right along here, Cancer. What else are we feeling right now? You know, this is yeah, what else? Aha! You got the Justice card here. And so I feel like this is kind of where I was talking about with that Seven of Wands here. I feel like it's, again, finding that balance, you know, between you know, what is really a good idea, what is, you know, a solid critique, and what is it that just, you know, maybe it's like just kind of like some noise, or maybe something that you need to keep in orbit, you know, for right now. You know, maybe it'll resonate with you a little bit later. But I feel like it's going to be one of those things, you know, don't be too harsh on yourself or try to please everyone here. You know, there's always going to be that balance will be achieved as long as you stick true to what you know, that you want to do, Cancer. But let's get a little bit more on the Justice card here. Higher self, can we get a little bit more on the Justice card, please? Yeah, let's get a little touch more on that. I feel like there might be another little nugget in there, Cancer. Yeah, okay. Nice. you got the Three of Cups here. And so, yeah, I do feel like it's going to be one of those things, just, once you find that balance, the people who really want to kind of like lift you up, they'll be there at the end of this journey here, Cancer, to celebrate with you, because that's what the Three of Cups is about, that kind of coming together, sharing in the abundance, really kind of, just reveling in the success, and not even just, for each other, when you win, we're celebrating you. When your soul member in your soul tribe wins, we're celebrating them, that reciprocity there. So I feel like, this thing is going to just stick to your intuition there, Cancer. I feel like there's going to be it's going to be worth it in the long run here. Don't doubt yourself. I get it. It's a tricky place to be sometimes, but yeah, keep that faith. Let's get to your next card here. What else are we feeling, higher self? Thank you, higher self. This has been real nice, Cancer, because check it out. We got the sun here. And now, look at how, see, the kind of that cause and effect here with this Justice card. We stuck true to ourselves, stayed true to our, we got the people we're celebrating with, and now we're just dancing in the sun, Cancer. Bask in that. Isn't that nice? Because this was a nice experience here. You really put in the work here. I feel like this is a very, very effective way to work with Aries energy here. It's going to be one of those things. And keep in mind too, if we're having troubles, when I was saying about with the Aries energy, having that, if we need to stand up for ourselves, really kind of put our foot down. It's just like, hey, I appreciate, because there may be that one person that's just like, overly insisting that their way might be the best or something along those lines, maybe kind of crossing some boundaries. Use that Aries energy and, not necessarily cause a fight, but just, stand up for yourself, Cancer. Defend this thing, especially if you know that this is the right path here. Don't compromise yourself, Stick to what's going to bring you happiness here, because that's what the sun is exalted in Aries here, Cancer. Stick to your intuition there. This is, I like this. Let's wrap this thing up. Higher self, your last card is going to be just kind of like some closing thoughts, Cancer. So, higher self, what are some, let's wrap this story up here for today. Let's see where we're kind of ending up here. What's some last thoughts here? Nice, Cancer. Just keep up the good work there. Keep that momentum going, because that's what the Page of Pentacles for me is there. You've invested in this thing. This is something that, especially if this is something that's, fulfilling you with this sun here, giving you that happiness. I say absolutely. Let's switch back over here. Yeah, Cancer. This is persevere through this thing. Just keep on manifesting your sunshine here, and that'll just radiate throughout your world here. And then, everybody, you look at that, you partying all night long, you're probably dancing in the sun and dancing in the moon there. Look at you. I dig it. I think I'm gonna leave that there. That was nice, Cancer. So if you like that too, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. Share this thing if you know someone who might resonate with this. Let's raise that vibration, Soul Tribe. And I'm all on Facebook. And then I'm assuming you're here if you've checked your sun, but if not, check your sun, check your moon, check your rising. Really just check your chart. And then once you've done all that, go check out my other channel, Alchemist State. I do monthly readings, but each week is a different theme. So definitely go check that out. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so I can get you out of here. Nice, Cancer. The lovely Queen of Cups came back. And I feel like with this thing, learn from this. Learn from this energy right here. And remember, Cancer, stay true to yourself in all of this. Who, other than the Chariot, Queen of Cups, this is us, Cancer. This is one of our cards here. And I mean, she appreciates her sunshine, her experiences, all of this stuff, because that's what's made her ocean here. This is, I love when the Queen of Cups pops up here. She really is just a really wonderful figure here. And also, just a last minute thing here, but just because it popped in my head. If we're thinking about babies, this is one of my fertile cards here. So definitely go for it if we're thinking about it. If not, let's be mindful. So I'll leave that there, Cancer. Stay safe out there. Keep eyes on the moon, and I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.